Hello, it's Dan again, and today I'm coming to you from Fort Snelling State Park in Minnesota, where I am enjoying what is probably the first reasonable spring day. It's been pretty snowy, surprisingly, up until mid-April, and today it's finally 55 degrees. We've got snow melting. You can see it behind me over there, and you might be wondering why I'm shooting today in black and white since it's a spring day. Two reasons. Number one, there's just not that much color yet. Everything's still pretty brown and dead. In a week or two it'll probably be a lot more green around here. And number two, I am testing today my A7R Mark II, which I just recently had converted to black and white by a guy in Seattle who removed the Bayer filter from it. In theory that should add another step or two of light sensitivity, maybe some more sharpness, maybe some more tonality, I don't know. People online have all kinds of opinions about monochrome-only sensors, so it's time to see for myself what all the fuss is about. So I'll be testing 3 different picture profiles in a total of 5 modes, which is no profile, which is what I'm shooting with right now, camera set to black and white. An additional test S-Log2, both in S-Gamut and black and white color modes. And then in addition to that, Picture Profile 5, which I think is Cine 1, also in black and white and cinema color modes, just to see, which one I like the most when I convert later in the computer. I suspect that I'll probably like, Cine 1 in black and white the most, because it'll be the least work and probably look great. So let's find out. Alright, this is S-Log2 with the color mode set to black and white instead of S-Gamut. One thing to watch out for with this is that removing the Bayer filter adds at least another step of sensitivity, maybe a bit more to the camera. And I've had to crank my variable-ND all the way to the top, which means it's probably going to have some weird crossy things happening on the screen just to keep my aperture from going down to f16. So we'll see how this looks later. Alright, and this is S-Log2 with the color mode set to S-Gamut. I doubt there will be a lot of surprises here. It probably won't look very good. This is Picture Profile 5, or Cine 1, in Cinema color mode. And finally, this is Picture Profile 5, or Cine 1, in black and white color mode. I suspect that this is the one I like the most, so this is probably what I'll be shooting with mostly for the rest of the day for any video stuff. Let's see how it goes. Let's take a walk around the park and enjoy the spring day. Well, as you might have guessed by the fact that I'm kind of in focus, but kind of blurry, I've switched over to the pinhole now. The pinhole that I'm using is from a company called Thingyfy. It's called the Pinhole Pro, and it has variable-sized pinholes going from 0.1 to 0.8 millimeters, with 0.1 being the sharpest and darkest, and 0.8 being the brightest and blurriest. I'm doing this right now with the 0.1. So I'm guessing the camera's ramped its ISO pretty high. It's probably fairly noisy, but supposedly things are less noisy with the black and white conversion, so I guess we'll find that out. And I guess we'll see if I like this. Usually I like pinhole a lot more on medium and large format than I do on a 35mm or smaller, but maybe today is the day that I change my mind. Let's find out. Well, I will wait to pass judgment until I can look at them on the computer, but from what I can tell so far, I actually really like the videos that I'm getting from this little pinhole. The stills I'm not completely sold on, but we'll wait again. But that's not why I stopped here. I stopped just because it amuses me how many people there are fishing in this one little section of the river. There must be like 10 boats here. Like I said, it's the first day of spring. People got to get out and do something. I know I did. But yeah, check that out. There's a few back there, a few back there. You can probably barely see them because of the pinhole, but in addition to all of that, I just had a really happy memory here. I'd totally forgotten that this island goes over so close to a bike trail that I used to ride on nearly every day when I lived in St. Paul. Gosh, it must have been 18 years ago now. But it's like a 9-mile trail that goes from downtown St. Paul into Mendota Heights. And yeah, just a lot of happy memories riding on that trail. Yeah, well, that's all I guess. Okay, thanks. Bye. Well, I am almost back to the parking lot now, so I think I'm going to call it a day. I hope you've had as much fun watching this as I've had walking around and taking these photos and videos, etc. Please feel free to hit like, subscribe, etc. And have a great day. Hey, dog! Hey, how are you? You're friendly. Ah! You're wet. Okay,